Hey YouTubers, I'm going to go over another tool here I like to use on my newer vehicles. The older vehicles, it's pretty much just a scan tool. But on some of your newer vehicles, I use it a lot on my 013 Dodge Avenger. And I'm able to do a lot. It's mainly meant for newer vehicles. I've always wanted to program my own keys. I bought a key cutter. I'm going to be reviewing that in another video. I got it at a pretty cheap price and it works pretty good. So, like I said on these reviews, I'm only going to really put tools that I use, that I like. I might make some review of some crappy tools just so you know what not to buy. Because I buy a lot of these tools. I have like probably 10 scan tools, maybe about 7 or 8, 9, I don't know, I got so many. But I like this one now, especially because I've always wanted to program my own keys. This is the easiest thing to use if your vehicle is compatible, which if you go to the website of this manufacturer, you're able to see which cars are compatible with it. And it's also good as a scan tool. It is the X100 Pad2. It's charging. Well, it's charged. Let me turn it on. Basically, it's just like a tablet. Alright. So, it's got all these brands. Some of these brands you won't find in the US. And on some of your vehicles, for example, for my Silverado, you have to choose GM, instead of Chevrolet. And also you can use this to change the mileage on compatible vehicles. You can change it to whatever you want, 10,000 miles, 20,000 miles. It's more of an Asian tool, so like the mileage I think is in kilometers or something like that. So you kind of have to go on Google and just put however many miles you want it to be to kilometers, and then just enter it on here, which you're really not supposed to do. But let's say, like me, you do an engine swap and you want it to reflect maybe the miles on the new motor, that sometimes you're able to find out how many miles a car that was taken out of had. For example, I just had a motor put in my Chevy Silverado. It's an older one, so I'm not able to do it, but the motor had like 60K, but I drove that motor on that truck 300,000 miles, so it still shows 300 something thousand miles on it. So with this tool on compatible cars, like a Dodge Avenger, a newer one, 2013-14, you can change the mileage. You can program keys. You can't program keys on every car, but there's a lot of cars, like Mercedes cars. So if you have some newer cars, I'd say check it out. Otherwise, if you're just looking for a scan tool, this is a little bit more fancier. It's about $800 to $900. You can also do things like brakes resets on vehicles that are compatible, battery reprogramming, light programming, for like the lights, cluster programming. There's a lot of neat things you can do, but if it's compatible with your car, you can also, I believe, do some throttle body programming on here. electric parking brake, air suspension, BMS reset, which is the battery, throttle relearn, steering angle sensor adjustments, and that's about it. I really just bought it to program keys on cars that are compatible, because it's easy. It will pull the code from your car. I bought a lot of key programmers back maybe 2-3 years ago, and I think out of all of them that I bought, I was only able to use one time. I used it on a Ford, on a, was it like a Crown Victoria. I programmed the key once and that was it. It was like $100 tool or $100 and something tool. I used it once and I couldn't use it again. You had to get a code somehow, a dealer code, and also this thing is a tablet. You know, you can go on the internet, browse, watch videos, and do stuff like that. So I like it. You know, it's a very expensive tablet. But yeah, basically all the other ones that I've bought, and I mean, unless you go into the $2,000-$3,000 ones, and if this is able to program keys on your car, and that's what you want to do, I'd get it. You know, but you know, if you're gonna use it, I don't. To be honest with you, I haven't really been using it a lot, because a lot of the weird vehicles that I'm working on are either too old or they're 2020, and some of the newer vehicles I'm not able to program the keys with this. You know, there's a lot of newer vehicles that you are. There, like I said, there's a list. If you go to the Xtool website, it's Xtool X100 Pad2. I got it on Amazon. And yeah, so that's pretty much it. I do recommend it if it's compatible with your vehicles and you want to program the keys. It takes seconds. Or if you want to do any of the other neat stuff I mentioned and you look and it's compatible with your you know, with your car, it mainly probably better if you have a shop, because if you're like me, you're just, you know, I do work a lot on cars and things like that, but if you know, you're just doing things from home and you're doing it to get a profit, or you just like working on your vehicles. I have a lot of vehicles. Then, you know, it's probably not worth it. It's just one of those things I had to have, and it worked out pretty good. You know, I got it on, you know, payments from Amazon, paid it off, and it's pretty nice. It's also well built. You know, it's got like this really hard shell to protect it. It's got these bumpers on the corners, and yeah, so this is what it looks like. You know, and like I said, you can go to the internet. It's kind of too bright, and you can browse things, and I think it comes with free updates for like a year or two. I think it's like a Chinese product, but it's really nice. So if you're a mechanic and you want to program keys, or you're starting off as a key programmer, the only thing is, I mean, you know, and I think it even comes and it comes with a lot of extra gadgets. It probably won't do all of them, but yes. Alright guys, that's my video. Hit the like button, subscribe. I will see you guys later.